Oh no, I just realized once I'm done dubbing the FNAF books, what am I gonna do after that? There's nothing more. We're on the last one, the fourth closet right now. What am I gonna do afterwards? Well, I think I've figured it out. I found an AI that is going to write for me entirely new FNAF stories. See, there's plenty of FNAF books out there, but I've read all of them, and I'm kind of tired of all the stories that I've read already, and they just aren't doing it for me anymore. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give this AI the beginning and the end of a Fazbear Fright story, or of the original FNAF book series, maybe even some of the games, and using just the beginning and the end of these stories, it's going to fill in everything else, and it is going to get very insane. Let's start with our first story, Into the Pit. Into the Pit is an actual story in the first Fazbear Frights book. If you haven't read it yet, this is gonna... well, it should give you the gist. Some details might be a little bit altered as this robot tries to figure out what the story is about and how to write it, since I'm just giving it the beginning and the end. Specifically, I told it that the story starts with a boy named Oswald eating pizza at the local pizzeria, and it ends with him running out of a time-traveling ball pit being chased by a man in a furry rabbit costume that accidentally strangles itself. That's all I told it about the story. Here's the rest of the story according to this robot that knows nothing about it. Oswald sat at a table in the corner of the local pizzeria, savoring every bite of his pepperoni pizza. He loved coming here on weekends with his friends, and had always made sure to order extra cheese. As he was reaching for another slice, he noticed a strange-looking ball pit in the corner of the room. It was covered in multicolored lights and had a sign that read, "Time Travel Adventure. Enter at your own risk." Oswald was curious and decided to investigate. As he stepped into the ball pit, he felt a strange sensation wash over him. Suddenly, he was transported to a futuristic city filled with flying cars and towering skyscrapers. Oswald was amazed and began to explore his surroundings. He quickly realized that he was about to time travel by simply thinking about a specific time and place. Excited by his newfound ability, Oswald began jumping from time period to time period, marveling at the wonders of the past and future. But as he was exploring ancient Egypt, he was suddenly chased by a man in a furry rabbit costume. The man was waving a carrot at Oswald, obviously, and shouting, "Thief! You've stolen my time-traveling ball pit!" Oswald ran as fast as he could, the man in the rabbit costume hot on his heels, but as they reached the edge of the cliff, the rabbit costume got caught on a branch, and the man accidentally strangled himself. Oh, thank goodness. Oswald breathed a sigh of relief and made his way back to the pizzeria, vowing to never again mess with time travel. Now, for those who don't know, the original story is somehow less weird than that. That was pretty crazy, but we can do more. By the way, if you're looking for this AI yourself and if you want to use it, there should be a link in the description. If I forgot about it, just remind me, I'll put it there for you. Let's try the second story, To Be Beautiful. So here's the beginning and end of the story, To Be Beautiful. The story starts with a girl named Sarah wanting to be beautiful, and it ends with her becoming a robot made of trash as she dies surrounded by her old human organs. Now let's see how the AI decides to come up with everything else in this story. Sarah stood in front of the mirror, admiring her reflection. She was always the plain one in her group of friends, and longed to be beautiful like them. She spent hours trying different makeup and hairstyles, but nothing seemed to make her feel more attractive. One day, Sarah stumbled upon an ad for a new experimental procedure that promised to make her beautiful. The procedure was costly, but Sarah didn't care. She was willing to do anything to be beautiful. She scheduled the procedure and eagerly awaited the day of the surgery. When the day finally arrived, Sarah was taken to a sterile operating room and put under anesthesia. She woke up to find that she'd been transformed into a robot made of trash. She was horrified by her new appearance, but the doctors assured her that she was now the most beautiful woman in the world. As Sarah tried to adjust to her new body, she realized that she was beginning to feel weak. The doctors had not told her that the procedure was highly experimental and carried many risks. Sarah's body was slowly deteriorating and she was unable to stop it. As she lay on her deathbed surrounded by her old human organs for some reason, Sarah realized that true beauty came from within. She wished she had never tried to change who she was in order to be beautiful, but it was too late now as she died as a robot made of trash, alone and unloved. That was more depressing than the original story, I think, actually. Okay, this one's a bit more experimental. So the next story, Count the Ways, has a bit of an open-ended ending. We don't actually know how it ends until much later in the series, and it's not actually really made very clear whether the main character dies or not. So what I said is, write a story that starts with a goth girl who really wants to die, that's how it begins, and ends with her begging for her life from a robot circus bear as he actually tries to kill her. And I told the robot it can decide whether she dies or not, and if she does die, it can decide how she dies too. I don't know if it's going to understand that. Let's find out. Goth girl, Lily, actually not that far away from her actual name, Millie, sat in her room staring at the bottle of pills in front of her. She was tired of living in a world that didn't understand her and longed to escape from the pain of loneliness she felt every day. She was about to take the pills when she heard a knock on her window. Curious, Lily went to ask who it was. To her surprise, she saw a robot circus bear standing outside. The bear asked her if she wanted to come with him to a magical land where she would never feel alone or unhappy again. Lily was skeptical, but the bear promised that he would never hurt her and she would be able to live out her darkest fantasies. Lily decided to take a chance and climbed out the window with the robot bear. As they walked through the forest, the bear showed her all sorts of wonders, like a river made of molten lava and a tree that grew candy. Lily was having the time of her life, and for the first time in a long time, she felt truly happy. But as they reached the edge of the magical land, the bear revealed that it was actually a trap. He had lured Lily there so that he could kill her and use her body to power his circus? Lily was horrified and begged for her life, but the bear was relentless. He advanced on her, ready to end her life. In that moment, Lily realized she did not want to die. She wanted to live and experience all the joys and sorrows that life had to offer. She managed to grab a branch and hit the bear over the head, knocking it unconscious. She ran back to her world, vowing to never take her life for granted again. You know, it's funny. Into the Pit also here ended with the big villain getting killed by a branch. So I think that's all this AI can come up with. Honestly, very different from the original. I was a bit more vague with how I described it, so maybe that's why. Kind of liked it though. You know, it's a happy ending for her. That's nice. Good story. Quite enjoyed it. Let's try doing the actual books we've been dubbing. The Silver Eyes, the Twisted Ones, the Fourth Closet. Let's put those in and see what the robot comes up with. This is a story about a girl named Charlie. She returns to her old town after years to see all her childhood friends. They all haven't been in town since a bunch of murders that happened years ago. The story should end with Charlie's evil twin killing her and an ancient half-robot serial killer being murdered by the ghost of the children he killed. This could go really off the rails. Charlie walked down the familiar streets of her childhood town, a sense of nostalgia washing over her. She had left years ago, but the memories of her time here were still fresh in her mind. She was excited to see her old friends and catch up on old times. As she reached her friends' houses, she was surprised to find that they were all still living in the same place. They hadn't left the town, apparently, since the string of murders that had happened years ago. Charlie was shocked and asked her friends why they hadn't left. They told her they were too afraid to leave, and they'd been living in fear ever since the murders. That sucks. Charlie was determined to help her friends move past the fear and leave the town. She spent the next few days trying to convince them to leave, but they were too scared to go. Frustrated, Charlie decided to take matters into her own hands. As she was walking down the street one night, she heard a noise behind her. She turned around to see her evil twin, who had been living in the town in secret, holding a knife. Her twin lunged at her, and Charlie realized too late that she had made a terrible mistake. Just as her twin was about to kill her, the ancient half-robot serial killer appeared. The ghosts of the children he had killed surrounded him and began to attack. Charlie watched in horror as the half-robot serial killer was murdered by the ghosts, unable to do anything to save herself. She died, surrounded by the ghosts and her evil twin, regretting her decision to return to her old town. I mean, you know, it gets the gist of it. It gets the gist of it, right? It's not too far off. Except literally everything other than what I told it is completely wrong. Okay. Not a great ending. Let's do one of the more recent FNAF stories that you may or may not know about. Under Construction, just to finish things off. Now, Under Construction is weird because it starts with just some friends hanging out at Freddy Fazbear's Pizzaplex, and it ends with the world dying of cancer and the main character drowning in a sea of goo babies. So this should be really fun. The girl, Alice, and her friends were bored on a Saturday afternoon and decided to explore the mall. They wandered around, trying on clothes and playing games in the arcade. Alice was having a great time, but she couldn't shake the feeling that something was off. As they continued to explore, they came across a strange store that they had never seen before. The store was filled with all sorts of bizarre and futuristic gadgets, and the friends were immediately drawn to it. They began to play with the gadgets, not realizing the danger they were trapped in. Suddenly, Alice realized the mall was actually a simulation. The entire world outside was slowly dying of cancer, and the simulation was designed to keep the human race alive. She and her friends were now trapped in the simulation, unable to escape. As Alice tried to find a way out, she stumbled upon a room filled with goo babies. The goo babies were the result of failed experiments in the simulation, and they were rapidly multiplying. Alice and her friends were quickly overwhelmed by the goo babies, and Alice was drowned in a massive pile of them. As she lay there suffocating in the goo babies, Alice realized that the simulation was a cruel and dangerous place. She wished she had never entered the mall and regretted not listening to her instincts, but it was too late now, and she died trapped in the simulation, her world slowly dying around her. And on that note, thank you all for watching the video. Chapter 2 should be out soon. I guess depending on when I get this video out, maybe that's Chapter 3. I don't know when this video is coming out. Something new will be here for you all soon. Anyway, that's the important part. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all very soon. Goodbye.